Feels scary. Oh my goodness.
I'm just a big mouse.
Hello and welcome to our channel, Portugal on a Shoestring.
Now that the roof's stopped leaking, we're going to get some insulation up. We haven't got a lot of space in between, so I think we're going to have to sort of feed it in and work it along rather than rolling it out on top. But we'll get a mask on and we'll start seeing what we can do. We may end up cutting it into smaller sheets so we can manage it. But let's make a start and we'll figure out a way to do it together. See you in a bit. Right, it looks a little rough and ready, but this is the first fix electrics for the ceiling. So these are for the lights. So basically, it comes in there. There's a junction box on the outside. There'll be a junction box here, which is accessible from inside the bathroom for reconnections. We'll have a pull switch on the ceiling. Then we've got one feed going to an illuminated mirror, which is only, I think it's 2 amps, so that's fine for a lighting circuit. And we've got one light there, and another light there where the shower will be. And then we've got the extractor fan, which is fed from the lighting circuit. So when the lights come on, the extractor fan comes on. Right, we're continuing with this fiberglass insulation. Horrible stuff to work with. We've got goggles and mask, but it just gets through it, and yeah. So I've done it in a couple of stages because I can't stand to deal with it longer than 20 minutes or so. Right, we'll get this. We've got over half of it done. We'll get the other half done, and then I'm going to go and have a shower because it's horrible. Right, let's get on. So I've got good quality gear. These goggles are good quality ones, but even these, it's my shape of head. It gets in the sides. Nothing you can do. The trouble is, this is why I can't wear a mask. Wasting time. this just steams up. Just have to deal with it. Right. Oh, that's absolutely everywhere. It's all up. I'm not worried about it hanging down. As you put the plasterboard in, you lift it up and it holds it up with the plasterboard. So that's okay. Next job is go and get a shower. Clear my lungs out. I'll leave this window open for a while as well. And then we'll have a clean up, and then I think tomorrow we'll have a look at getting some plasterboard up, which it'll be a big step towards a finished look, you know. It's a bit of a morale booster when you start getting plasterboard on. Just no easy way to do this. Right.
Feels scary. Oh my goodness.
Stunning, isn't it?
Beautiful. Oh, makes me feel really relaxed, and it's nice to have a break from doing the renovations. I love the way they just built around like this big massive rock. The deck and just goes all the way around it. I love about Portugal is there's bins. There's litter bins everywhere you go. So there's no excuse to litter, but everywhere.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear me over the water, but this is an area they've sort of dammed off to make a deeper swimming pool. The water comes down through that canyon, cascades into the swimming area, over the dam, across all the rocks under the bridge, and then heads off back down the valley. Absolutely beautiful. That section of the dam where the water's coming through, during the summer they bought like heavy boards in that, and it fills that whole area about 2 feet deeper. You take them out during the winter just to allow the water to flow through.
Working.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's lots of water here, but...
Oh, with water. This is open in the summer. You get snacks and drinks, and there's always toilets everywhere you go, and there's always bins. Everywhere you go in Portugal, there's bins in these type of areas. It's so clean here. I absolutely love Portugal because they're so tidy, and there's not rubbish all over the place.
No, you don't see litter on the streets or anything, do you, really?
No, it's so clean. It's a beautiful place. It's absolutely packed in the summer. You can't move for people in the summer.
It's quite nice in the winter though as well.
I do like it. I prefer it in the autumn because there's not many people.
I mean, this is November 20th?
Yeah, 19th.
19th, sorry. This is November 19th, and air temperature is about 17 degrees. It's sunny, it's dry, it's absolutely gorgeous. You're not getting in?
It's freezing in there. I did go in there last summer.
Yeah, even in the summer. It is quite icy, to be fair, but it's really refreshing.
It's a little hobbit house.
There's no floor here. Climbing along the wall, a bloody spider.
Oh my god. There's no roof as usual.
Typical Portuguese.
The roof is the first thing to go. If you remember, I cleared out that shed where the chickens were. I got rid of all the rubbish in the tip last week. Well, this is what came out of the bottom on the floor, and it's all like straw and animal stuff. Chicken poop. I'm taking it in the wheelbarrow down to the garden, just putting it in a pile in sort of a makeshift compost heap. This is where the compost area is going to be. Eventually next spring I'm going to build a compost heap. But for now I'm just going to dump everything there and let it rot down. Here's the chippings from the other week when I had to go with that chipper. It made loads of mulch, and I'm starting to do a couple of trees each time I go out. So I've put some round. Nectarine looks terrible. It's lost all its leaves. So yeah, I've just started putting mulch around. That's the cherry stick. It's just sticks now. That's the lime. It's looking a bit pale. Don't know why. But yeah, I'm working my way around. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to do. I think I'm going to have to chip some more branches. I'm not going to have enough for the rest of the trees. So I'll have to do some more pruning. You can just see in the grass there's a little black cat and a little black and white kitten. They roam around my garden and hopefully kill a lot of rats for me, but they're hiding from me. This little kitten there. Gorgeous. Oh, that'll do. Coffee time. It's a little bit better. Ooh. Ooh, it's a bit humid today. Bit of cloud cover, so it's really warm. So it's like 15 or 16 degrees today, but because of the cloud cover, it's just so sweaty. Sweaty Betty. Got some fish defrosting. Do a fish pie today. Whew. Oh, let's get a coffee pod on. Here having my coffee. Always got a runny nose. Oh. Okay. We went shopping to Coimbra on Monday, and there's a lovely shop called Action, and if you're from the UK, it's like Home Bargains or B&M. A bit similar to that, just on a smaller scale, and they do diamond 3D pictures, which if you watch me, you know that I love these. I got this one. This is just to weigh it down because it comes folded up in a box, and I got a bargain because it was under a £5. I think it was like £4.69. So I put this on just to weight it down. See, so it comes in a box like that. But I just fell for this one because it's I sort of cross between my two Labradors that I used to have, So it's just, oh, I just think they're adorable. So yeah, so look how big that is. Got that for, I think it's $4.69 or something like that. It might be a bit less, but I knew it was under £5. But I can't wait to start that. He's gorgeous. We've got to have Portuguese lessons this afternoon. So tonight I'm going to do fish pie. I'm going to make it all up ready, so when we get in we can just put it in the oven and then it won't take long. So I've defrosted some white fish, and I've put some potatoes on to boil for some mash. I'm going to make a bechamel sauce, a white sauce. I'll put some cheese in it, some lemon and mustard, just give it more flavour. And then we're going to serve it with some greens. So it should be a really tasty dinner. Right, I'm going to cheat because I haven't got a lot of time left and I haven't had any lunch yet. It's nearly 1 o'clock and we need to leave at 2:30. So I'm going to cheat. Bechamel sauce from Lidl. So I'll just use that and add all the stuff I like. Oh gosh, that's really thick. Never used this before. First time, so we'll give it a go. I know it's relatively easy to make a white sauce, but I don't know. Sometimes you just have to cheat. It's quite thick. A bit more. I also get pre-prepared cheese. Because I've got arthritis in my fingers, I find it hard to grate cheese. Holding on to the cheese is difficult because I can't make a fist. So I buy that. And it's the same price per kilo as a block of cheese, so I don't feel so guilty. Always taste stuff. Because you don't know whether there's any seasoning in. And sometimes you like more salt or pepper than anybody else, so you just do it to your own taste. Taste the mustard. Do a bit of pepper, a bit of salt. Brian actually likes more pepper than me. I'm a bit more sensitive taste buds, but he always puts it on after as well, so I can stand a little bit, but he likes it seasoned more than I do, so I do it to my taste, and then he can add it. I adore cheese so much. If I'll put cheese on anything. Like Uncle Buck says, I'm just a big mouse. You can't have enough cheese. Melt this in. 4 cheeses, this says. Go for it. Oh, let's melt this in, and we should have a lovely sauce now. Cheesy sauce. Let it melt through. Don't boil this sauce. You don't need to. Just heat it through slowly. Oh, look at all this stringiness. It's gorgeous. Right, I'll pour that over now. Doesn't matter when you do it. So I'll pour it over. Oh, there we go. I cut them up quite small when I'm doing mash because I'm really impatient. As you might have noticed. Got everything ready for you.
Am I on camera?
Yes, you're on camera. Brian does the mashing for me because I've got dodgy hands, as you know.
Yeah.
And I find it more difficult. So he's put a bit of butter in and a bit of milk.
That's the milk.
And smash them all to pieces! Ha 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 ha!
going to say?
I got there before you. Some things just stick with you when you're little.
Yeah.
For anybody who is not from the UK, it's an advert on television for instant mashed potatoes.
Cadbury's Smash.
Yeah. For mash get smashed. That was in the 70s and 80s, I think. So, going back a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Right, let's just put this together. Actually, it might not have done enough mash, but we'll see. What I normally do is start around the edges. What I want to do is create a seal around the sides here so that all the sauce doesn't leak out. Or, you know, still will get a bit of leakage, but it stops it from bubbling over the sides. So just want to try and stop that from happening. So that's what I normally do. Obviously, if you've got a better way to do it that way. But this is the way I've always done it. Look how fluffy that is. He's such a good masher. Now I'm a bit gammy-handed because I'm doing this for the camera. Sometimes it's difficult setting up shots and that, and so you don't do it like you usually do because you've got to make sure that everyone can see. So. What I do as well is I make like lots of rough sort of peaks to it, because when it's in the oven that catches and it goes crispy. One fish pie ready to go in the oven. It's been in the oven for half an hour on 200 degrees centigrade. Brian's going to get it out. Woo, because I'm only in pyjamas. Oh, that looks nice and crispy. Now, there's the finished article.
We've got all the first fix electrics up. It's only quite simple system, so there's not a great deal to it. We've also got the layer of insulation in. It looks a bit rough and ready at the moment because it's all hanging down, but as we put the plasterboards up, we'll tuck it up and it'll all be nice and neat. After all the messing around in the kitchen, with me and Diane dropping plasterboard and using our heads to hold it up and all sorts, we thought that we can't keep doing that, and we've got a lot of sealants to do here. So a few weeks ago I bought a plasterboard lift. This is a stand, you'll see it in a bit. It's a stand with a crank on it so that it will lift the plasterboard into place, hold it while you get the screws on it. Now I got that on second hand off Facebook Marketplace. That was about 80 euros. You can buy a brand new one for 140-ish. So they're not, if you've got a lot to do, they're not a lot of expense. And to be honest, if you buy one and you do your jobs, you can always sell it again afterwards. You'll get 80 to 100 euros for it all day long. So you could have unlimited hire of it for as long as you need it for 40 or 50 euros, you know. Anyway, first things first, we'll drag the lift in here and we'll assemble it, check it all fits, because it's only a small room and it's quite a large piece of kit. Oh yeah, we'll get it in place, get it all set up, make sure it cranks up, and then we'll load some plasterboard onto it and see if we can get a few pieces up. That'll be quite good. Anyway, let's crack on. Right, first things first is the base. Oh, right, I think if I remember rightly. There we go. Let's see. We have it that way and we'll see how we get on. Well, that's a start. Let's get next bit. Right, this is the main column with the crank on it. Let's see, which way does that go on? There we go. Right. That was a bit fiddly, but what it is, there's a bracket here to go in, but there's also one right at the bottom, so they've both got to engage. Alright, that's looking good. Next bit is this is cross beam, so I think it goes that way. They just sit in there. It's like a dovetail. It's like a triangular bracket that they fit in. I'm learning about this as I go along, so please excuse me. On the back of the arm, there's a little clip, and that allows that to tilt up, and then when you've got the plasterboard on, it comes back down, it locks into place. There we go. That's the sort of position we want to be in. There are a couple of extension arms on this as well, but we won't need them for 2 metre plasterboard. Right. Now we should be able to just lift it up, get on these hooks, and then tilt it over. Let's see how this goes. Right, that's on. That's okay. That's locked into position. So excellent. We're going to need a little bit of jiggling around, but that's out the way. Alright, so get some more screws in.